From the Edge Ice Arena in Bensonville, we are live for game number 2 of the AHAI Red Varsity State semifinals, right here on your home for AHAI Hockey, the SHL Network, on YouTube Live. Good evening, everybody, and welcome into game number 2, alongside Rudy Hodgson, Wes Anderson down on ice level. I am Max Anderson, along with our great technical crew of all the live game action for you here from the Edge. Both lower-seeded teams got their way into the semifinals, and for York, they're looking for a back-to-back trip to the United Center. Yeah, these two teams, living embodiment of the parity of Illinois high school hockey, right? I mean, when you're the home seed as the number 6 seed, that just shows you how crazy this is. But yeah, for York, it's unfinished business. They made it to the UC last season, couldn't make it. We'll see how they fare tonight. For more on York's journey here in the semifinal, we'll send it down to ice level. Wes Anderson standing by with head coach Matt Boeing. Wes.
Thanks, guys. Coach, you scored over 5 goals in every state playoff game so far. What's been working on the offensive end for you guys?
Yeah, just being a presence in front of the net, and we've been getting a lot of offense from our defense lately. Just being patient with the puck, putting pucks there. D are waiting until we got screens and some action. So going into the mixer, seeing what happens, and being dogs in front of the net, baby.
I love it. Now on the opposite end, Jack Brown had over 40 saves last time he met with his Wolfpack team. What are you expecting from your goaltender here tonight?
I mean, Jack Brown's been dialed in lately. He's found his game towards the end of this year, and could be more proud of him. I mean, the kid didn't play hockey a whole lot last year, battled through an ACL, reconstructive surgery, didn't play a single game, and worked his ass off to get back to where he is today. So couldn't be more proud of him, and a lot more to see from Jack Brown tonight.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
Guys, back up to you.
It's hard not to draw parallels to Adam Kesmerick last year, leading this York team to a state championship at the United Center. Brown's getting it done in net for York similarly.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it in the first game, we'll talk about it in this game, and we'll talk about it in the final. Net minding is so important. I mean, if they want a chance to go back, if they want a chance to stop a really hot St. Ignatius team, that's what they're going to have to get done.
Meanwhile, for St. Ignatius, their first year in the Scholastic Hockey League, finished as a 7th seed. They went ahead and upset on Sunday to get to this point. For more on how they're going to try to make their way to the United Center, send it down where Wes is now standing by with Spencer Montgomery. Wes.
Thanks, Max. Coach, Jackson Steinlaw, 4 goals and 1 assist in these state playoffs, including a goal and an assist against GBS. What do you like about his game in these state playoffs?
Yeah, he's shifty, he's dynamic, and he knows how to get pucks in the back of the net. So he's going to do that just here tonight.
Now, flipping things to the other side, you guys only given up 2 goals all state playoffs. What's been going well on the defensive end for the league?
Yeah, well, we know we need to be responsible and make a commitment to defense. Most importantly, we're going to leave no rock unturned here. First chance here, but we're not happy with just the final 4. We want to punch our ticket.
All right, good luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you.
Guys, back up to you.
That's really been the theme for St. Ignatius. They've been so close the last couple of years. Of course, crushing loss in the quarters 2 years ago at the Edge. Got knocked out again last year. Finally pushed through, get to the state semifinals. They've got something to prove. They want to be Chicago's team playing at the United Center.
Well, I mean, they might come into this game as a number 6 seed, Max, but this is one of those teams that from the very onset of the season, you knew that they were going to be in the conversation when it came to the state championship. This is where they feel they belong. They feel like they are one of the better teams in the state. They aren't satisfied. They're going to try to get the win tonight.
You mentioned St. Ignatius feels like they belong. I'm not sure that York did back in December. It was a really rough start to the season. It was obviously a very new group, not many returners from that state championship team. But if there's one thing you can look at, the success turnaround on the power play and the penalty kill coming into that game on December 8th in the rivalry series, to 16% on the power play. They've been over 26% on the power play since. Penalty kill was down at 75%. They've been over 90% on the penalty kill and since that point, and perfect in the playoffs. Special teams have been the recipe for success for this York team.
You know, we said it in the first game. We're going to say it here again. They're peaking at the right time. I mean, this is a team that is kind of built for the long run. They might have not been hot, but they're...
So with warm-ups completed, we've turned it over to Sam Schwartz.
Versus on the home side, gentlemen, let's meet today's officials. The referees are Brian Fisher and Stephen Post. The lines people are Dennis Lee and Ibrahim Arifi. Today's offense officials, the scorekeepers are Ray Zenko and Steve Corona. And now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise available and remove that of wearing and face the flag on the western end as we honor our country and those who serve with an organ rendition of our national anthem.
A packed house here at the Edge Ice Arena. A star-spangled banner, starting lineups out of the way. Puck drop here in just a moment. Wes Anderson down on the bench. He'll spend the first period down on the Ignatius bench. I've got Rudy Hodgson, my color analyst, next to me. I am Max Anderson. Game 2. It is a hoppin' Friday night here at the Edge.
I mean, if that anthem didn't get you going, maybe the action on the ice will. I mean, it might be cold in the building, but it's about to get real hot on the ice. This is a great, great environment for some semifinal hockey. Max, I'm excited to be here alongside you tonight.
Been doing this a few years now, Rudy, and this is as full as I can remember for a state semifinal. This is edging up on what we had for the state championship back in 22 when it was hosted here. Of course, York just a couple of minutes down the road. And we are set to get going. 17 minutes on the clock. We are underway in Game 2 of the Red Varsity AHAI State semifinals. A trip to the United Center on the line. New Trier awaits. One of these two teams looking to punch their ticket. Ben Smith just misses the puck in the neutral zone. Collecting it, Ethan Maurer. Here's Tiernan Ryan, maybe the top junior in the state, one of the best players overall. Shot from the point, misses wide. Chipped forward, now sitting in the slot, falls to the stick of Smith. Camposano comes to the near wall to help make sure it gets out. Here's Maurer with speed, shot harmlessly into the logo. The starting netminder for St. Ignatius, Ethan Lachlan, has a sparkling .38 goals allowed average here in the playoffs at a 2.6 in the regular season, but you save 97% of the shots your way, Rudy, you're going to have some success in playoff hockey.
I mean, he's the anchor. Lachlan has been the answer all season long. He's one of the reasons why they were able to get that Kennedy Cup championship last season. I mean, kid knows how to win. He hopes he can get one more tonight.
Face-off violation, so we'll do it again. Just 47 seconds here into the first period. We mentioned coming into this, talk about getting hot at the right time, Rudy. York actually lost their last 5 regular season games. Here's a shot from the point, deflected, still bouncing around Ethan Lachlan. He's able to squeeze it, but they lost their last 5 regular season games, then lost their 2 playoff games. They'd lost 7 in a row coming into these state playoffs. Getting hot at the right time, they've won 3 in a row.
Yeah, I mean, a very discouraging end to their season, but it hasn't gotten in their way of their state championship pursuit, and they need a really hot start here. Fortunately for them, Lachlan is already locked in.
Hutch Dunlay spins it around the boards, pinned in the corner. Dunlay gets it back, tries to play it up the wall, but knocked down by Noah Hughes. Hughes, centering pass, one-time shot, not able to get past him is Caden Blends, point blank. Trying to stuff it home is Jack Passion. And once again, Lachlan stands tall.
Well, I'll tell you what Colin Chinlin is not going to do, and that's let anybody get in front of his net. He was all over that. You see him just reading the play and then giving a little extra after the whistle. You got to protect your netminder, and in that case they do. But York, maybe feeling the energy from this crowd. They're off to a pretty hot start, as we saw just the other day as well.
70 seconds into the game, face off to the left of Lachlan. Shot goes towards him, but Charlie Reef knocks it down. One of the captains for this St. Ignatius side, veteran varsity player, that hits somebody in the York bench. So we're going to stay in the neutral zone for a draw.
Nice to see the officials are locked in too, huh? I didn't really even see that one go off of the bench, but officials saw something we didn't, so we'll try again from center ice.
Ignatius, the home team, sure they did not expect as a 6th seed to get the last change in this semifinal, but it was an impressive and frankly dominating victory for York over the number 2 seeded Loyola Ramblers, who at many times this season looked like they might be the best team in the state, but came up short in the quarterfinals in what was a complete effort by this Dukes team, reminiscent of their run last season.
I mean, top to bottom, they had a really strong game. I was lucky enough to be here for that one, and that was an example of them feeding off the crowd and capitalizing, playing the long game, and that's probably what they'll have to do against a really tough Iggy Tide.
On comes Colin Chinlin. Chinlin steered off the puck by quarterfinal hero Drew Gammy. Austin Haynes at the blue line drops it deep. Gammy and Steinloft battle it out. Steinloft had a critical shorthanded goal. It's going to be an early power play coming for York. Brown darts for the bench. Finally touched up by Steinloft, but less than 2 minutes into the game, York's going to head to the power play.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those, maybe a little too late was that hit, but York will take it how they can get it. They'll go to the man advantage early in this game. We'll see if they can pounce and get off to that hot start that we were alluding to just a couple minutes ago, Max.
It is Colin Chinlin, the guilty party. So an early test here for the Ignatius defense. See Tiernan Ryan on that PK1. Able to get possession and clear is Ignatius.
Looks like Ryan just had to go out there, win the draw, and then get out. So it seems like a little early game within the game from Coach Montgomery.
Jack Eber steers Camposano off the puck. Eber gets it back far half wall. He's got plenty of space to clear it and does. Frank Rosa, one of those key returning members from that state championship appearance last season. So steady on the back end. So strong with the puck, will get involved in the offense. Offsides as York commits one of those cardinal sins of the power play. Will come back out in the neutral zone.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a little too eager to enter the zone, and I actually thought the officials were going to let him go, but I don't think the crowd was going to be quite as forgiving as we were up here in the booth.
It was a 5-1 victory for New Trier earlier tonight. They punched the first ticket to the United Center. Now they sit back, watch and enjoy as these two teams battle. Here's Rosa. Skates forward, Camposano up the slot, trying to clear space. Drops it deep. Lachlan directing traffic. Comes to Hughes. Back up top, Rosa. Skates towards the middle. Outside Maurer. Camposano. Back to Maurer. Frank Rosa. Shoots. That one over the crossbar. Point blank. Not able to get anything on a shot. And stepping in the way is Tiernan Ryan. Here comes Ignatius shorthanded. Steinloft scored a shorthanded goal in that quarterfinal. A huge momentum shift in that game when he scored it. Danny Heidkamp able to win the puck here shorthanded. And Jimmy Doherty gets it deep. Drew Gammy collects. Steinloft checks him. But able to take possession is Sohn. Here's Sohn with speed. Sohn up the right side. Tries to drag around one man just a little bit too far as Doherty catches up to it. Now Grayson Rizzuti is going to be able to make sure it gets out. Well, a few seconds of the power play. Not much going for York thus far. That's a huge check with Tyler Peifel getting pushed into the bench. Back to full strength as Ignatius 5-on-5 hockey. Just 4 minutes into the first period. Centering pass goes through everybody. Initially kept in at the point by Colmayer, but back the other way comes Ignatius. The shot wide of the target off the stick of Rizzuti. Nicky Sanfilippo trying to dig it out of the far half wall and able to get back out center ice. Heidkamp takes a big hit, but gets it deep. Now intercepted by Mark Stone. That's going to be carried back into his defensive zone. DeZillo comes forward. Reef collects, reverses flow, finds Heidkamp. Charlie Jeremy looking for a hit. That's one of those we talked about in game one. Big game like this, huge crowd. You want that first hit. Get that feeling, get your blood rushing a little bit. Certainly what Heidkamp was looking for.
You got to be careful if you're Parati. A little late into the numbers was that hit.
Back the other way comes Charlie Jeremy. He's tackled down to the ice. Ignatius wants a call. They're not going to get one. Rink wide pass, making one man miss is DeZillo. DeZillo into the slot. Backhand shot. Big save, John Sanfilippo. It is a family affair for York. Lots of siblings up and down the roster. Ignatius as well. Of course, got the Ryan brothers starting here tonight. Tiernan Ryan, speak of the devil, takes over the puck but has it poked off his stick. The checks are coming fast and furious now. Here's Tiernan Ryan. He'll shoot from the point. And like a first baseman, Jack Brown squeezes it.
Well, that's kind of how this game is going to go, right? A lot of physicality, a lot of back and forth hockey. And if you don't think this crowd is into it, folks, just take a look to your right and look at top to bottom. They are talking to each other. They're yelling at each other. The importance of that first hit, like you said, just wait until that first goal pots in.
Face-off draw one. Steinloft drops it below. Chinland not able to keep possession and broken out by York. On comes Smith. Smith carries it wide. Austin Haynes checks him off the puck. It's a weird bounce behind the boards. Mentioned it in game one. The Edge Ice Arena, legendary for goofy bounces. We saw a bunch of them in game one, whether it be the low-hanging clock, weird bounces constantly off those sideboards and in the corners. It takes some getting used to, and for York, they've been here a lot. That puck goes too far, it'll be icing.
Guys, something to keep in mind too. This place is about 80% full. The volume here, so hard to hear down here at ice level. I can barely even hear you guys in the headphones right now. Communication through the D and his goalie. When he goes back to stop the puck as it gets rimmed around, it's going to be important here as this game goes on.
Yeah, this is a really big time crowd for a state semifinal game. The Edge Ice Arena holds somewhere in the neighborhood of 3,500, maybe 4,000. I'd say your estimate of about 80% and still filing in is a huge hit down in front of us. Heidkamp takes the worst of it. Cleared once more. You see the adrenaline pumping here in this first period. Guys are trying to make their presence known left and right, even some friendly fire in the neutral zone. Settles back for Jimmy Doherty. Ryder Nardella up the far wall. Drew Gammy stops it right at the blue line. He takes a check, but makes sure it gets out of his own zone. Gammy had one of the best high school hockey goals we've seen this season in that semifinal, Rudy, as York ended up beating Loyola, but his coast-to-coast goal pulled it back in front of Charlie Trapp, finished it on the backhand, was as good as it gets in playoff hockey.
The fact that a defenseman can pull off that kind of move and show that kind of skill in front of the cage is something to behold, and that ended up holding as one of the key reasons why they won that game.
Very David Pasternak-esque was that move, if I recall, Rudy.
If Pasternak was Adam Fox, my goodness, it was it was incredible.
Simon Moynihan makes sure his teammate takes over. That's Charlie Reef. Peifel battles for it in the neutral zone. Played deep, but right onto the stick of Gavin Brown. Touch pass off the wall. Here's a shot fought off by Lachlan into the slot. No second shot from the Dukes. Tiernan Ryan with speed up the right wing. Ryan just a touch ahead of the play was Meyer, and a late shot from Ryan, much to the chagrin of the York Dukes.
I'm not sure that was an offside, Max, but I mean, the officials getting into this one early. It was tight for sure, as we get a look at that first save there from Lachlan. But either way, Tiernan Ryan bursting through the ice with that kind of steam, that is a scary, scary sight. That is a dangerous, dangerous man to have the puck.
Ryan, 20 goals in the regular season, 24 assists. Only 1 goal and 2 assists in the playoffs, a little quieter. He has not been the main scorer. It's been Jackson Steinloff leading them in the playoffs with 4 goals. He also had 14 in the regular season, but it's become clear the game plan when you play St. Ignatius is you've got to know where 27 in white is. Every moment is Ryan at the side of the net. So you see teams almost man-marking Tiernan Ryan with their best defensive player. They are not going to let him beat him. And what Ryan does such a nice job of is making sure his teammates can be the beneficiary of it. Here are the Dukes in transition. Camposano drops, trying to fight through a check. Was Ben Smith. Following, keep it in, Jack Chianella, but knocked down and cleared. Doherty gloves it to his stick. Leaves for Max Meyer. Meyer, one of the giants on the back end for the St. Ignatius team. Meyer and Hutch Dunlay, the pair. Behind the goal, Haynes can't control out in front. And taken over by John Sanfilippo. Here's Reef, another one of those stout and veteran defensemen for Ignatius. The shot over the crossbar. Egan Ryan pinches down, keeps it alive for the Wolfpack. Steinloff chases it down, gets pushed into the corner. Now back to the point, Reef. Reef looks, shoots, he whiffs on a shot. It's gonna be a breakaway. Breakaway opportunity, but good skate from Charlie Reef to catch up. Andrew Papadopoulos couldn't break free. Now a shot deflects just wide of the goal.
Looks like it just tied him up a little bit. Got a little ahead of the chance.
Here's a shot, fought off, deflected. Haynes follow up, that shot deflected as well. DeZillo all by himself gets sandwiched off the puck. It trickles to Lachlan, he takes a draw in his own zone.
Dukes only have 4 shots so far through the first 10 minutes of this game, guys, but twice they've tested that blocker side of Lachlan. Not sure if you can see it from your end. He might be giving up something for that blocker side, so something to keep in mind as we go along here tonight.
Wes, Rudy, we talk so much on these broadcasts of how hard it is for young goalies, and especially high school goalies, to meet their angles. We focus so much on it because it's such a game of inches that if you're off your angle by even a couple of inches, it can be the difference between a goal and no goal. Something to keep an eye on all game long. Of course, with our 7 different camera angles here on J&M Media, you can see it all. Kept alive, Gammy drops it below the goal. Cole Meyer thought for a moment to pinch down. Ended up getting bailed out as he fielded the puck right short of the blue line. Now on the near wall, finally played out by Grayson Rizzuti. Hughes tried to volley it forward, instead taken over, but pushed right back. Hughes with the shot gets deflected to the corner. Passion tried to catch up to it. Instead, it chips into the Ignatius bench, and we'll get a neutral zone draw out of it.
How about it, Wes?
A nice little nifty glove save by head coach Spencer Montgomery to my left, guys.
He snares it, and he threw it back on the ice like a vet. You think he hasn't seen a couple of these games? Woo! You would have thought in a previous life he was a netminder.
Of course, in his second full season as the head coach of St. Ignatius after Matt Smith moved on to the NHL. Certainly a promotion I think we can all agree with. But Spencer Montgomery, assistant coach at the time, and stepped right into that head coach role. Led Ignatius to their first Kennedy Cup. They'll play a game 3 supposedly on Sunday. Yeah, that would be a tough outcome. If Ignatius is able to win here and play at the United Center, they have to go and play Fenwick in a Game 3 of the Kennedy Cup just 3 days before the state championship. Asking a lot, but work to be done first. Heidkamp collects, gets checked. Sanfilippo comes to support. Now sandwich behind the goal as Jack Eber gets forced down to the ice. He's had his stick pulled on. And Filippo whacks at it and nearly puts it in his own net. A weird bounce. That one not the board's fault, but the glove of Sanfilippo. Sanfilippo now on the other end, able to get the puck. Puts a backhand shot, but misses the net. Moynihan gives the puck away. Here's Gammy up the left side. Gammy stops, absorbs a check. Now a host of bodies right by the Zamboni doors. Pride free, and Meyer drops it deep. Hollab tries to deflect it forward. Now Max Meyer trying to keep it in the zone. It falls at Jimmy Doherty at center ice. Cross ice, Tiernan Ryan with some space, top of the near circle. He shoots, he scores! Tiernan Ryan, top shelf where Mama keeps the cookies. It's 1-0.
That is the Tiernan Ryan that wins games. That is the Tiernan Ryan that has scored the most goals in a St. Ignatius uniform. That shot was dynamite, labeled top shelf. What a shot.
And guys, so crucial is the first goal here in a state playoff game like this. These teams combine 25, 7, and 4 when scoring the first goal, and right now the Wolfpack are off and running here in the first.
Ryan picked that blocker side. You can see Brown tried to shrug up, get the blocker on it, but it was perfectly placed in that top left corner. Frank Rosa now trying to respond. Lachlan deflects it wide. Meyer uses that big frame to shield a man and take the puck away. He goes a pass off the boards. Here's Ryan again. Pulls to his backhand, his forehand, he shoots. Just getting a piece of it was Brown. Now a centering pass. Brown having some problems getting back to his feet. Finally gets his stick and his skates. Ryan behind the goal. Camposano absorbs a big check. And that is going to get cleared, and York going to take an icing as the pressure is on to our right of the Duke's net.
That's a smart ice to take. I mean, all the pressure is going the other way. We might actually have a equipment malfunction here for Brown, so we might have a stop. He's actually limping quite a bit.
Jack Brown is hobbling a little bit. He's having some major issues.
Guys, I'm not sure if the steal on his skate came out, but yeah, Rudy, I think a good call by you. I think it might be a little equipment malfunction and a quick timeout here while we get that figured out for the York's netminder.
And you see Jack Brown getting his skate worked on. He was hobbling, so kind of looked like he might have been injured, which was a terrifying thought because he's been so good for this York team, and not that they don't have a good option backup. But he'll get his skate worked on. 4:13 left in the first period. Rudy, it's all Tiernan Ryan shows so far, and a 1-0 lead for Ignatius.
Please do not throw objects onto the ice or at other people or otherwise infringe on other people's enjoyment of the game. If you are seen doing so, you could be ejected. You could also cost your team a minor penalty for delay of game. Don't be that guy. Thank you for your cooperation.
Fans getting into it a little bit. Had to get a little bit of a talking to from our public address announcer. Jack Brown heads back to his net, but they didn't even get a chance to get to it in the open. This season series in the SHL, all won by St. Ignatius 3-0. 2 of those games went to OT. 1 of those games went to an 8-round shootout, Rudy. So these games have been tight. The one game that didn't go to overtime was only a 2-goal win for Ignatius. So we're expecting a tight game here. We've seen the way York's responded all playoffs long. Chipped out is Jack Passion. Not able to collect. Here's Shinlin, his shot blocked. Somebody trying to collect it out in the slot, but it's going to be carried out by Caden Blends. Blends lobs it in on Lachlan. He squeezes it, takes a draw.
I gotta say, some credit to Egan Ryan. He could have very easily just pinched in and maybe gotten a shot off, but he decides to check up and play smart. He knew that he was outnumbered. He knew he was the last guy back. If the Dukes go the other way, that's a 2-on-0 in on Lachlan. So very smart play from the, veteran defenseman, and as a result, it's just a dump in, and we get a whistle to our right.
Here's Heidkamp. Heidkamp's shot. Gets steered aside. Eber finishes a check. And Jackson Bossert plays it below the goal. Eber giving it chase. Blends volleys off and gets it out. Here's Passion. Passion, backhanded shot across the crease. Not on target. Eber able to make sure it gets out of the zone. Rosa. Jimmy Doherty stalks him the entire way. Comes back to the point. Rosa. His shot. Square in the middle of the SI logo on the chest of Lachlan, and fisticuffs after the play.
Whoa, a little extra there, Wes. I mean, I know you got to protect your netminder, but I'm not really sure if high hits is really the way to do it right now.
Rudy, right on the spot. Got to be disciplined here in the state semifinal. Don't want to take a penalty that ends up, teams on the penalty kill. You give up a goal, that could be the difference maker here. But good on the refs. Let the boys play through it. It's going to be a rough physical game, like we both know. Good on the ref for letting them slide and not calling any penalties there.
Face off to the right of Lachlan. Pops into the slot. This one shipped out, headed our way, right towards Butch Conley. Clips the glass. Of course, Butch, the great videographer for St. Ignatius. He jumps on our broadcast sometime as well. Good friend of the network. Sanfilippo gives it chase. There's now Papadopoulos on the forecheck. Charlie Reef with it. Goes rink wide off the skate of Chinland. Puck bounces around the neutral zone. Falls to Chinland deep in his own zone. Now whiffing on the clearance attempt. Puck loose between the circles. Haynes comes away with it. 3-on-2 comes Ignatius. Steinloff skates in the high slot. Tries to go across to Chinland. Follow-up chance blocked. Now in the corner. Played out to the point. Cross ice Haynes. High slot. Shot, but not much on it, and easily cleared by the York defense. Both teams get changes. Doherty steps across center ice, trying to dump it deep, but whiffed on it. Now skating Sohn. Sohn with speed, gets around one man, backhand shot, and a left glove save from Lachlan.
Sohn got a lot on that opportunity. It was a really good look. I mean, even though it looked like he only really had one hand on his stick at one point, and he's able to get a lot, and he could almost beat Lachlan 7-hole.
Yeah, Lachlan a little deep in his net there. Luckily that he wasn't able to get that puck higher above his glove there on that last opportunity.
Give a shout out to SHL President, GBN head coach Evan Pulakitis, watching the game from home. Obviously, huge impact here on the SHL network. Got it started 8 years ago and not able to attend in person, but watching at home. Evan, hope you're enjoying the action, and thank you for all your great hard work with high school hockey. Minute 20 left here in the first period. Sanfilippo, top of the circle. Lachlan gloves it, takes a draw.
Well, Lachlan, that's kind of what he does, right? I mean, he's so good at not giving up the rebounds. He's very sharp with his glove hand. That wasn't really much of a test for number 50 in white, but, don't let that glove get hot, because if he gets comfortable, it's going to be a tough man to beat.
Face-off draw to the right of Lachlan. Tiernan Reinen and Sanfilippo. Sanfilippo hops the brute force approach, keeps the puck. Now trying to dig it out below the goal, Doherty. Able to chip it off the boards. Good touch pass by. Here's Tiernan Ryan, 2-on-1. Ryan shoots, and swallowing it up is Brown.
So crucial there, guys. Brown not giving up a rebound. There's a Wolfpack player crashing harder than net there. Any rebound, I think, ends up in the back of the net. Great awareness by Brown there.
I agree. You almost want to see Ryan just go low, far pad, right? I mean, he had that man streaking to the net. A little bit of tough. Maybe he had a stick in the lane. Just wanted to get something on net, but number 27 in white, that is not somebody you want to see 2-on-1.
Ryan wins the draw, but misses his defenseman. Doherty back in his own zone, collects. Ethan Maurer giving chase. Puck played deep. Sanfilippo makes one man miss, trying to clear some space. Steinloft with him step for step. Now loose in the slot. Frank Rosa there to collect for the Dukes. And Gammy. Rink wide is Smith. He steered off the puck by Chinlin. It falls to Campasano. Campasano up to Ethan Maurer, but not able to get anything towards Lachlan. Back out to the neutral zone. Gammy tries a backhand. He gets it to the slot, but can't get a shot off. Goes to the far wall. Maurer spins, fires towards Lachlan, but doesn't get on him, and that will do it for the first period of action. The lone tally, a Tiernan Ryan snipe to the top left shelf. It's 1-0 Ignatius.
Yeah, this is one of those back and forth games. Even though these teams have played each other quite a few times, there's still kind of a little bit of that feeling out process. We'll see which team is going to start to take more chances in the second period. It feels like Iggy probably got the better chances as a result. They have the lead, but York, they play the long game. This is kind of what we saw in the first game a couple days ago. Well, sure, they'll pick it up. We'll take a timeout, catch our breath, come back with second period action here in just a moment, right here on your home for AHAI Playoff Hockey, the SHL Network on YouTube Live. Welcome back, second period action about to get underway. Wes Anderson down on ice level. Freddie Hodgson to my right. Max Anderson with your play-by-play here for game number 2 of the AHAI Red Varsity State semifinals. 54 minutes, or I should say now 34 minutes. Separate one of these two teams from a trip to the United Center. Underway, Reef collects in his zone. Rudy, it was back and forth first period, not a ton of shots on goal. 8 for Ignatius, 7 for York, but where it matters most, Ignatius got the lone tally. Puck stuck along the near wall, trying to dig it out is Reef. Gets it up to Eber, who chips it right back in. Peer to the long change as Brown takes the net to our left, and Lachlan to our right. Doherty at the far point. Eber at the far circle. Bossert tries backhand pass back to the point, not enough on it. Ryder Nardello now stalking his man, Noah Hughes, as he drops it deep. Hughes. Now a shot, point blank. Lachlan kicks out the left pad, makes a save. So Lachlan tested early here in the second period.
Guys, and at the intermission break right there, that's exactly what Matt Boying wanted the Dukes to do here. Go to the crease areas in front of the net, try and find some scraps to get that first goal.
Both these teams going to try to scrap their way towards goals. There's York, who He's going to work and work and work. Ignatius has some high-flying skaters, Tiernan Ryan being one of them, and getting his second playoff goal. Shows you what he's capable of. There's Moynihan, loses his skate. Ryan coming to help. Now Camposano backdoor. Oh, what a save, Lachlan! Peifel was backdoor, and Lachlan with the save of the game thus far, sticking out the right blocker.
Ethan Lachlan, dynamite save. Spreads out, gets a touch. Might have got it with the paddle, might have been the blocker. Wes, you saw it better than we did.
Guys, what tracking by Lachlan as he sees his puck come across the middle of the ice. He's able to just throw out that blocker. I think it was a mix of the stick and the blocker that got that. But what a save.
Now, Wes, a quick question for you. He throws the stick there. That's a little dicey. You know, if you're the official, keep an eye out.
Yeah, Rudy, I was thinking about that too. I think because he got the blocker on that first, that's why they didn't really call a penalty there.
And it was almost like the crease of the blocker between the glove portion and the actual board, for a lack of a better term. So it might have knocked kind of his hand, which loses the grip. Maybe we're getting a little too technical, but
it's one of those where you could frame it in a wide variety of ways, right? I mean, you could argue that the force of the puck knocked the stick out. Either way, it looked like a throw. It looked a little intentional. But guess what? They don't ask how, they ask how many. Great save made by the netminder.
puck in the near corner. Now Austin Haynes with some space. His shot towards goal gets deflected into the corner. Polmer collects. Steinloff able to turn the puck over. Point blank Haynes. He can't get his shot in on the goal. Well, Jack Brown. Brown with his stick deflects off his own defenseman and almost caused trouble. Here's Marr. He's going to toss it in towards Lachlan. Reef collects up the near wall. Now Steinloff battling for it, gets across center ice, sends it deep. Darty off the boards, misses Ari Ram. Good drop pass more, backdoor chance coming up. Was Sanfilippo, but just out of his reach. Rizzuti, exit pass. Not able to handle it, Ram. And that puck flipped up, hits the low-hanging scoreboard here at the Edge Ice Arena.
That pass was just a couple inches away from being a breakaway opportunity. York's starting to be the team that sets up those chances. They start to, make those risky plays, and that's probably because they're feeling a little bit of that pressure to get that equalizer before St. Ignatius starts to bite back, as they typically do.
Jack Brown settles the puck, but turning it over now point blank, trying to force something home, but just a step behind was Charlie Jeremy. Meyer at the near point settles it, takes a risk, and his gamble, a risky one, but gets support from Jeremy. And on Brown, and he'll drop it into his glove, take a defensive zone draw.
Now I gotta give a little bit of love to Papadopoulos. And the reason being is that he is finding himself in a lot of soft areas where he can maybe help on the counterattack. And we saw it in the first period where he could have had a breakaway, but he just lost it. Right there, he almost had a chance to break through and get maybe a step on an offensive rush, but it's that next step that he just can't find. He can't get that next gear. Otherwise, man, if he had some speed to him, it could be a completely different game.
Reef's shot hits the skate of Tiernan Ryan and never got all the way through. York trying to break out, but Ryder Nardella settles it in neutral ice. Hand pass the call. We'll head back in the defensive zone. Excuse me, we'll stay in the neutral zone.
All day, that's a hand pass. I don't think anyone's going to argue that one.
Reef sends it in, but quickly stopped and turned back the other way by the Dukes. Nardella back on the corner to dig it out. Peifel checks him. Just squeaks out of the zone as Chinella sends it back in. Meyer misses everybody off the skate of Chianella, so no icing. Holub giving him chase. Puck sticks right behind the goal of Brown and then volleyed out into the seating area. Will be a defensive zone draw coming for York.
Max, if you don't think that these games get the stars out, we do have to say that legendary defender for Chicago Fire FC, CJ Brown, is in the building, coming out to support some high school hockey. Of course, the all-time leader in appearances, games started. One of the best defenders in all of Major League Soccer in the building, folks.
Of course, love our friends over at the Fire. Rudy, your primary employer, my secondary employer. Here's Haynes trying to get it across to Holub. Not able to get it across, but Rudy did a great job on the communications team for the Fire. I step in for some play-by-play when needed, and tripping going to be the call against Austin Haynes. The Dukes going to head to the power play.
Yeah, you're going to have to call that one all day long. He looks skyward. He knows he made a mistake, but the stick just a little errant. It crosses him up right there, right on the old toques of the skates, as they used to say, and it's a trip all day, Wes.
Yeah, Rudy, not often does the player beat the ref to the penalty box, so he knew immediately, and the Dukes have a great chance here. Just under 13 minutes left here in the second period to tie things up.
As our good friend of the network and longtime color broadcaster Taylor Ramelt would say, if you look that up, tripping in the dictionary, it's exactly what you would see, that play right there. Textbook, and Austin Haynes, the alternate captain, will sit for two.
Looked like Coach Montgomery wanted a bit of an explanation. Don't think he agrees, but I'm sure if he watches a replay, he'll take note.
Here's Passion, top of the near circle. Rosa keeps it in at the point. Skates towards the middle, waits, leaves for Passion. Passion bluffs a shot. He gets pressure from Doherty, and Doherty able to force it out. Meyer below the goal. Lachlan hugs that net, stuff attempt, has the stick out, drops his glove, still loose. Finally gets the whistle he was looking for.
Man, Lachlan kind of doing his best Hungry Hippos impression there. He was just kind of waving the arm back and forth, just waiting for the right time to pounce, and he gets the cover and makes a good save there for his team.
Rudy, yeah, to his credit though, the Duke's doing a good job with that net front presence, really making it hard for him to get that whistle, but as you mentioned, able to get his glove on and to get a whistle here for the Wolfpack.
Get a good look at York head coach Matt Boeing. Took over this program now in his third season as head coach. What success he's been able to build in just a short amount of time. Looking to get back-to-back state championship appearance. Tried to go across to Passion, but an active six Steinloft. He's looking to get another shorty. Steinloft draws his backhand, shoots. Right pad save Brown. And a collision in front of Brown. But the arms with orange stripes stay down.
And how about that move there from Steinloff? Man, showing off the hands.
Now Camposano loses an edge, draws the tripping penalty. And it's going to be 5-on-3. I think he lost a skate blade. Here's a shot. He's struggling to get to the bench. York now 6 attackers on the ice. Now they'll give it away as they want a little bit of 5-on-3 time. Critical moment. We've arrived here with a 5-on-3 coming.
Yeah, guys, right away the York coaching staff telling their players on the ice to give the Wolfpack the puck, and with an extended 5-on-3 here, they'll get about 40 seconds on the two-man advantage before that first penalty comes off the board.
Not very often do you see a tripping call where the skate, the steel of the skate comes right off. I mean, dictionary, huh? The cat, or what were you saying earlier?
Have you looked it up in the dictionary? Textbook definition.
Man, that's some physical example too with the skate blade coming off.
Here's Gammy at the point, 5-on-3. Zone, top of the near circle. Looks for an angle. Gammy wants it back. Zone right once more. He shoots. Lachlan able to get a piece and enough, and the Ignatius Wolfpack are able to clear.
I love how aggressive Iggy's 5-on-3 is. They have a guy high just trying to take away that pass from the perimeter. As a result, they're able to break up that chance and kill some more clock. That's going to pretty much cancel out that first penalty.
Callum Chinland, a one-man penalty kill right now, completely disorienting this power play for York. Now 5-on-4 for another minute 20. Quick touch pass, but Peifel can't get it at his own blue line. What a penalty kill shift. Number 8, Callum Shinland. 11 goals, 10 assists in the regular season, but getting it done on the penalty kill. Here's Tiernan Ryan, shorthanded. Gammy. Ryan, point blank, couldn't get a shot off, but he was close. Now Steinloff turns it over. Steinloff looking for an angle. Again, Ignatius all over this York team right now on the penalty kill. Tiernan Ryan still working with the puck. Disaster right now for York. 5-on-3, they get nothing. 5-on-4, they've barely touched the puck.
The problem with York's power play is they always have one defenseman back, and if you play against an aggressive PK, it's going to be odd man rushes all day long.
Zone, high slot, Peifel, shoots, big save, follow-on chance. What a save, another save from Lachlan. He makes 3 incredible saves. Egan Ryan now checks a man off the puck. York finally gets their chance, just would not go. Point blank, another chance, and another save for Lachlan. Sanfilippo, quick touch pass, trying to get back to Rosa. Final seconds of the power play. He's looking for an outlet, goes across to Passion. Passion shot wide of the net. And clear, that will do it for the power play. It'll be icing. But talk about some stick taps for the penalty kill of St. Ignatius. Wes, what'd you see on those saves?
Guys, Ethan Lachlan doing his best. Patrick Waugh impression, not one, not two, but as you mentioned, Max, 3 different opportunities. The second one the best with that left pad save, and then he throws the double pad stack. Right after that, the Wolfpack netminder is on fire right now. Rudy, you said don't let the kid get hot. As the kids say, I think he's cooking right now. The netminder for the Wolfpack is all they've got so far.
I think the best save was actually the first one, Wes, because it redirected and it just hit off of his shoulder. Of course, he makes the adjustment to make the second save, but man, Ethan Lachlan, you are a bad man.
Rizzuti chips it forward. And we've seen Lachlan's ability to get hot. We have seen him have incredible games, whether it be in the SHL or in the CCHL. He's trying to lead his team. He wants to be Chicago's representative down at the United Center. Just a couple of miles from that Ignatius campus sits the United Center. I don't even know if it's a couple miles. Might be even less than that.
It just seems like for Lachlan, the bigger the game, the more he steps up. He's one of those clutch players. He just always finds that extra gear to make a save when it matters. And Wes, when it comes to the postseason, no better time to get hot.
And Rudy, he looks so comfortable back there. Just a calming presence for the Wolfpack in the blue crease down my left.
Ignatius able to get the puck in deep. Now a bit of friendly fire in the York defensive zone. Meyer swings the stick, able to win it, drops it Ryan. Ryan had it on his backhand, couldn't get a shot off. Nardella comes over to keep the puck in for the moment, but eventually comes out to center ice. Here's Tiernan Ryan, high slot. He shoots, goes off the skate of a back skating Jack Cianella. Stretch pass now, it's gonna be a penalty against the Dukes, and St. Ignatius gonna head to the power play.
Yeah, Max, it was behind the play. Surely it's gonna be 2 minutes for interference. Actually, it's gonna be a cross check. Either way, one of those penalties that just didn't need to be taken. The puck was going in the other direction, and now you're giving this Iggy team, who's also very dangerous on the power play, a chance to double their lead.
We mentioned how important special teams have been in these playoffs. York has been elite on the penalty kill. It's been one of the reasons for their turnarounds. They got to come up big if they want to stay down only a goal. Here's Meyer outside the far circle. Shot deflects up into the netting. Stay down in the York zone for a draw. Mentioned the Ignatius power play, 23.2%, really good number, good for 5th in the SHL. We always like to point out, anything over 20% in high school hockey, you're doing something right. 23.2 is good, point blank shot for Steinloft. Left pat save Brown. Now Eber. Leaves for Steinloft and Meyer. Steinloft. Trying to decide which way to go, goes back down below the goal as Max Meyer. Steinloft circles, trying to figure out an outlet here. 40 seconds into the power play. Meyer back Steinloff outside far circle. He'll fire a shot. Pad save. Chinland was on his backhand, so he couldn't get a shot off. One-timer Reef, his shot high and wide. That one, Reef not able to keep in the zone. Haynes collects. Not able to get the zone cleared was Austin Haynes, so it'll be offsides. Now we've seen a couple of offsides on the power play. That's absolute worst case scenario stuff.
Yeah, Steinloff thought he was back in time. He's going to get a little bit of an explanation from the official, and he's going to let him know, yes, young man, you were just a bit offside, so we'll try again in the neutral zone.
59 remaining on the man advantage for Ignatius. Meyer feeds Holub. Holub skates by a defenseman. That's Gammy. Circles the net, finds Ryan. Ryan has the puck hop on him. What a smooth play by Ryan to get back in the play. Holub tries to get it across to Meyer. The deflection forces it out of the zone. Just see the constant skill of Tiernan Ryan. Even when you think he might lose the puck on the power play, all it takes is a quick touch and he's back in it. Here's Ryan. He shoots. Foot off, follow on chance. Puck was bouncing, so Holub couldn't get a follow. Here's Maurer. Short-handed. He shoots, and that deflects. That's going to lead a rush here for Ignatius if they hurry. And losing an edge there. Meyer a little bit disjointed at the blue line is Ignatius. Meyer finally carries into the zone. Final couple of seconds of the power play. Meyer has the puck taken off his stick. Back to full strength is York. That'll be an icing with 6:04 to go in the second.
Yeah, Tiernan Ryan, such a great skater, a very smart shot there, trying to create that rebound opportunity. You know, back in college hockey, we call that low far buddy, because, buddy, that you got to capitalize on those chances when you get them. And as a result, I mean, it was almost a second goal.
Rudy Hodgson with the click sounds tonight. You're buzzing tonight, my friend.
Trying to clear it quickly out. Carrying it, Sanfilippo chips it in on Lachlan, who just takes the safe play, takes a defensive zone draw.
Max, something that the people at home probably forget here is that it might look like there's a lot of chances, but a lot of those chances haven't resulted on shots on goal. That's why the shot count is only 14-13 on your screen. It just looks like a lot of broken plays that, you know, maybe go over the net or maybe just go missed or blocked.
No sooner than I said it as Chinland gets his stick in the shooting lane, deflects it, gets it out of the zone. Austin Haynes aggressive in the neutral zone, able to intercept the pass. Tries to chip it forward. Steinloft now at a sharp angle, turns, fires in on net. Brown, I wasn't entirely sure where that puck ended up, so he froze.
You got to give a little love to Brown. Gave up a tough one early, and then he's bounced back and settled in just fine. We've given a lot of love to 50 and white, but you know, the guy wearing black and green on the other end's been sharp as well.
On comes Sohn. Gets it into Sanfilippo in the slot. Deflects. Steinloft has a step. Look at the speed of Steinloft go. Trying to skate past Rosa. Two of the best players in the state right there. And Rosa gets the best of it. Here's Gammy. We saw him do this in the quarterfinals. Comes up from his defensive spot on his backhand. But Doherty with him every step of the way. Not going to let him repeat. Sohn turns and fires, but whiffed on his shot. That misses everybody. It'll be icing.
I love the way Gammy plays the game. I just love the way he's able to create space for himself and create chances when really maybe nobody else will. I mean, he really steps up and creates chances.
Rudy uses his feet so well. You saw in that last opportunity, just so much speed coming through the neutral zone that really created that chance there for the Dukes.
He's a fabulous skater. He is so quick on his edges, and he's always trying to get that extra step.
Shot just wide of the net of Lachlan. Meyer Sends it down ice once more for icing.
You know, Wes, when you're down a goal, you can probably attest to it. As a netminder, there's nothing more inspiring than seeing your defenseman step up and trying to create offense, right? And that kind of translates onto the bench as well. When you start to see that, it kind of gives the offense a little bit of a kick in the pants. It's like, all right, guys, we got to get going here.
Yeah, it also helps when you got your goalie behind you, helping being that third defenseman and moving that puck up to you when he can, really springing the offense from the back end.
Spun around the boards. Gammy takes over. Gammy centering pass. Back to orbit, stepping in the way of it, Charlie Reef. Reef with speed 2-on-2, comes up the right side. He shoots. Smooth glove save from Brown.
Nice adjustment there from York. They see that Gammy's coming forward to create that offense like we were just alluding to, but we have the third forward coming back to support in a defensive role while Gammy's trying to hit the back check. So this is an example of a team that knows how they play and they know who's on the ice and who's going to try to create, you know what I mean? It's smart team hockey, and to have that defensive support, smart play there from York.
Face-off draw violation, so we'll do it again. It's interesting, though, this game, really the pace of it favors York. Has not been high-flying. I mentioned only 15 shots aside thus far. This is the game York wants. Low scoring, deliberate. They're still in it, obviously, just down a goal. But Ethan Lachlan hasn't let anything by him. Cleared up the middle of the ice. On comes Passion. Passion loses the puck as Max Meyer, as this comes careening our way. But Max Meyer hit his stick, yanked out of his hands. He wanted to hold.
Yeah, you could have called anything there. There's just a big collision there. Looks like Meyer might have actually, I take it back. I saw the replay, I'll be honest. It looks like he was holding the stick on the way down, and probably could have been a call on York there. The replays, you see, this SHL network, we do it right, keeping the announcers honest.
Jimmy the Wiz Olsen bringing you 7 camera angles tonight, including our 2 goal cams as puck comes once again into the spectators down to our right, but we've got Matt Buden down in the corner. Good to have Matt back. We've got Matt Freeman on our main camera here at center ice. Joel Schneider down in the left corner. Those are the 3-man cameras. Of course, we've got 2 goal cameras as well. And then a couple of cameras fixed on those benches. We've got you from every angle here at the Edge Ice Arena. One more ticket to the UC being punched here in the next hour. Doherty gambles, almost loses. Rosa was almost off and running. Bossert, good move around one man. He'll shoot. That one wide of Brown. Puck leaks out into the neutral zone. Meyer sends it back to Steinloff. Finally, Noah Hughes settles it for the Dukes. Passion trying to battle past Meyer. Coming over in support is Doherty. Steinloff throws his body weight around. Checks a man. Passion trying to win it back. Falls to Hughes. His shot well high and wide. Was more a target of his student section than the goal. Here's Steinloff. Steinloff pulls to his backhand, drawing to his front hand. He gets pulled down when we see a penalty shot. Looked like he was trying to get a shot off. So far, just the arm raised on the hooking call, but regardless, Ignatius going to head to the power play.
Could have very easily been a penalty shot, Wes. I don't know, from your angle, you saw it. Did he try to get the shot off there? Is that considered a breakaway?
I don't think he tried to get the shot off, but he did such a great job of protecting that puck as he was driving wide. I think he was looking to create contact there as well, and in doing so, draws the penalty, and the Wolfpack will go back on the power play here, guys.
Experience the excitement of high school hockey at the United Center on Wednesday, March 13th as the Amateur Hockey Association of Illinois and the Chicago Blackhawks proudly present the 2024 Illinois State High School Hockey Championships in partnership with Richard Group. Catch three thrilling championship matchups showcasing the talent of Illinois rising hockey stars. Secure your tickets now at blackhawks.com/HS Championships. Here's Reef. High slot, Reef right back. Chinlin wanted a one-timer, not quite in his shooting range. Reef does get a one-timer, but shoots it right into the chest of Maurer, who clears it. Now Chinlin with a head of speed. Chinlin skates around one man. He's going to carry it all the way behind the goal. Chinlin leans for Reef. Far circle, Meyer, one-timer, good save, Brown. Reef rebound, but he falls on it.
Great read there too by Brown. Saw that pass all the way on the one-timer and almost beat the pass to that near post, making a tough save look rather easy there.
You see, this is kind of where York's penalty kill setup is maybe working against them a little bit. You have one guy really high, and then you have three guys super low. That just really allows St. Ignatius to control the pace around the perimeter, move the puck around, and kind of score at will, because you have a lot of space in the upper maybe 25 feet to really move the puck around and make you pay for it. And on that time, you saw the backdoor play not result in a chance.
Ignatius able to win the power play draw, but draws it past Max Meyer, tosses it in, Pregame collects, and the Dukes are going to be able to clear it. Short-handed, Noah Hughes, side of the net. Laughlin's got to come out to play it. Here's Reef, Haynes with speed, comes up the left wing. Steinloff draws space into the middle. Drops near half wall, Chinlin. Steinloff, sharp angle is Chinlin. Goes up top, Reef. One-timer Meyer. Actually, it's a hot pass across. I don't think Chinlin realized that was the case either. Steinloff. 30 seconds to go on the man advantage. Steinloff circles. Gives it Reef at the slot extended. He shoots, gets a deflection from Haynes just wide of the net. Steinloff. Outside the near circle, Chinlin. Right back, Steinloff. Point blank, Haynes. Oh, what a save, Brown. Haynes wasn't able to get everything on it, but if it wasn't for Brown, it'd be 2-0.
Yeah, there's an example of where you're trying to protect the house, but you end up letting them into the kitchen. Here's another chance.
Steinloff carries it into the zone. It's going to be a hand pass. No, Gammy was in defensive zone, but fresh out of the box. Stopping, getting across Peifel. Peifel's one time. It could have been a hooking on Sanfilippo. Doesn't get it, and then a huge hit on Meyer. Tiernan Ryan back the other way. Ryan, his shot off the side of the net. Tries a wrap attempt. Puck waiting in the slot. Nobody to corral it. Back and forth, final 10 seconds of the second period. That'll be cleared up the ice, but right on the net of Laughlin, who swipes it to the corner. 2-1. That is the end of the second period. A 1-0 score in a tight back and forth game, Rudy. 17 minutes separates one of these two teams from the United Center.
Man, I think if you're York, you kind of wish there were maybe 15 more seconds left in that period. They were starting to get hot. They were towards the tail end. They had a really good chance. But after 2 periods, Max, it's 1-0 in favor of the guys wearing white.
We'll take a timeout, catch our breath, come back with third period action here in just a couple of minutes right here in your home for AHAI Hockey, the SHL Network on YouTube Live. Welcome back to the Edge Ice Arena. York and St. Ignatius, our matchup here in Game 2 of the Red Varsity State semifinals. It's a 1-0 St. Ignatius lead, a Tiernan Ryan snapshot in the first period. Our score right now, York trails by a goal, and for more on how they'll try to tie this game up and get back to the United Center, send it down to West. He's with Matt Boeing.
Thanks, Max. Coach, since December 8th, you guys are over 91% on the PK. 2 for 2 tonight. What's been working so well on that side of the ice?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of our guys are unselfish. They'll do whatever it takes to win. They bought into our system, and we're here to do whatever it takes to win this hockey game right now.
You're one shot away from tying things up. What was your message to your team at intermission?
Yeah, we're out, in my opinion, we're outchancing them right now. The nets are there. We just got to bear down and get pucks below the goal line and find that one-timer in the back of the net, see it through.
All right, good luck in the third, Coach.
Thank you.
Guys, back up to you.
The 1-goal lead in playoff hockey is nothing. This is going to be an intense third period and a packed Edge Ice Arena. One of the great days on the high school hockey calendar, semifinal day. Back-to-back games. You had New Trier win Game 1 and get back to the United Center, looking to defend their state championship. Meanwhile, York made their first state championship appearance last season, trying to make it back-to-back appearances and see what they can do, try to scratch a win across. Meanwhile, for Ignatius, Rudy, this is already as far as they've been. So another win would be a first state championship appearance in school history.
Yeah, and this is an Iggy program that, even though they've never been here, this is where they want it to be. So a credit to them, a credit to the program, and what they've been able to build here over the last couple years is truly special. And guess what, Max? They are just getting started.
Still a pretty young team, too. Tiernan Ryan, just a junior. Egan Ryan, I believe, is a sophomore. Charlie Reef, one of those seniors, the captain. Some other young players as well on the under teams. It's going to be more like reload than rebuild, but more on that come April. Right now, one of these two teams trying to punch a ticket to the United Center. Third period underway here on the SHL Network. Quick touch pass into the zone. Smith's shot off the back. Reef tries to glove it out. Instead, Tiernan Ryan with a head of steam on a fresh sheet of ice. Good swipe stick check from Rosa. Drop pass Ryan. He fires towards net. I don't know if that deflected. That was an odd careen, or I don't know if that just had some English on it.
Yeah, well, it certainly wasn't a curveball. Even though spring training is underway, it just kind of looked like they redirected on its way to the goal. And fortunately, Brown was sharp. He was able to glove it down. But whoa, I even had to take a deep breath there. That one took a weird hop.
And then it just felt like it was fluttering in the air for an eternity. But flutters right into the glove of Gavin Brown. Excuse me, of John Brown. Jack Brown. We'll get there eventually. Face off. Rosa. Surprised that the puck came to him. Didn't react very well to it. Comes to Doherty at the near point. Now Steinloft in the slot. Carries it across. Turns. Fires. Knocked down by Rosa. Comes backdoor. Chinlin just missed the game's second goal. Passion plays along to Buens. That shot flutters into the glove of Brown. Haynes trying to find Steinloft, who's darting towards the front of the net. Falls at Doherty. And somehow gets through Rosa and to Brown. He takes a whistle.
Let's see, a little risky there was Rosa getting his body in front of Brown. Here you're going to get a good look. How did that stay out, man? Backdoor play. Chinlin couldn't capitalize. Oh, my God, inches
just rolls
away.
Off his stick.
Oof.
Fortunate for York. They stay down only a goal. Ryan, the face-off draw, opposite Sanfilippo. Ryan wins it. Moynihan fires towards net, but it's knocked down. And it'll be carried out by Sanfilippo. Sanfilippo, leading goal scorer for this York side this season. 14 goals in the regular season, just one here in the playoffs. Drew Gamme and Matt Sohn, leading goal scorers in the playoffs for York, 3 apiece. Back to the point. Reef shoots off the side of the net. Didn't miss by much. Reef, another volley towards net, goes wide. Meyer, top of the near circle, leaves at the point for Moynihan. Gets a deflection from Ryan. That did not miss the net by much. Sanfilippo trying to dig it away from Ryan. Comes free to Holub. Draw late to his far post. There was Brown, and almost stuffing home was Tiernan Ryan. Now Sanfilippo trying to get a spark for the Dukes. Goes into the glove of Lachlan, who decides to squeeze it and take a defensive zone draw.
And if you're the Wolfpack right now, this is a great start to the period. So much traffic in front of Brown to my left. Your guys is right, all types of chaos. And the Dukes, I feel like, are lucky to come out of this unscathed in the first 2 minutes of this third period.
15 exactly on the clock. A draw to come to the left of Lachlan. Bossert opposite to Zillow. DeZillo wins it, the shot wide of the net. Gavin Brown was coming over but couldn't keep it in the zone. Heidkamp loses an edge. Falls to Brown. Now up the wall, trying to play it forward was DeZillo, but volleys back to Brown. Brown off the boards. Finds DeZillo. Now John Sanfilippo can't get it any further than the blue line. It's a weird bounce off the entry doors down to our left.
A credit to Iggy and how
Oh, now turned over Haynes, backhand shot. Brown somehow squeezed the legs and keeps it out, but an aggressive play from Haynes and a bad turnover from York.
Guys, I think that beats Brown's left pad, and he's able to squeeze it 5-hole before that goes across the line. Not sure if you can see anything from the goalie cam behind him up there.
Now we're going to look at it now. Can't see it. It definitely did not cross the line. Can definitely confirm that.
Did cross the line. It did beat him, Wes. You caught that right. He swept it with his right pad for sure. Saved the goal for sure.
Egan Ryan near point. Sends it back below the goal. Austin Haynes. Haynes trying to dig it out. Now Chinlin joins the march. Haynes takes it away, but he's checked off the puck by Chianella. Sharp angle, fortunate bounce right to Egan Ryan. Deflection, wide of the net by Rosa. Smith, able to play it on. Cheeky play by Rosa, keeping the puck, chipping it over his stick. Tries to leave it for a late arriving Smith, but not able to get it further. 2-on-1, hustling back is Maher. A good stick there from Chianella on the 2-on-1. Reef able to keep it in the zone, turns, fires, but hits Haynes with the shot and carried out of the zone by Smith. Tied up are Haynes and Smith right in front of the score box. Rosa calmly restarts for the Dukes. Gammy dodging defenders left and right. Not able to get it past the blue line. That'll be icing.
Oof. See, this is kind of where that icing comes to the benefit of these high school hockey players, because in just about any other league, if that netminder comes away from the blue paint, that cancels the icing right away, Wes.
Yeah, Rudy, to his credit, he touched the puck after it went across the goal line, so that is the right call. But as you mentioned, any other place, that would not be called icing. I don't think he was aware that that was going to get called icing. That's why it initially came outside of the blue paint to get the puck.
Draw to come to the left of Lachlan. Ryan able to win it. Back to Meyer. Hutch Dunley. Doherty gloves it. Able to chip it out. Passion, backhand dump down below the goal. Dunley collects. Doherty getting pressure. You see the York Dukes forecheck getting more aggressive, but that can break out Ryan 2-on-1. Ryan gets it across. Oh, big save, Brown! Holub didn't get much on it, but Brown still had to make a save.
How about it? What a save there by Brown, stretching out that far pad, and he denies that opportunity.
Max, you mentioned not a lot of wood on the attempt, but there was some space there. It completely sprawled out. Brown with another fabulous save here in the third period for the York Dukes.
You're going to see Holub just doesn't really get much on it. Brown had to make the save, but if Holub's able to get any velocity on that shot, he probably beats Brown. But keeps the game 1-0 and York in it. Now turned over. Haynes almost had a chance in the slot. Trying to get it back to the slot. Steinloth, but intercepted. Back come the Dukes 3-on-2. Here's Sohn. Sanfilippo charging up the slot. Sohn shoots. And a high save and into the glove of Lachlan.
think York might have got away with an offside there. It looked like they were just a step in front. Lachlan had to fight it off. Not sure, was that going to the big trapper? Yeah, it sure did. It looked like the way he reacted, it could have caught him up high, but he gloved it down. He had it all the way, Wes.
And Rudy, I'm not sure if he caught it. Looked like he might have been down early. It might have been able, could have snuck past that glove hand. He was able to, you know, stay in front of the puck and make the save.
Peifel in the slot, turning around and gloving it is Ethan Lachlan. We do thank all of our great fans here on the SHL Network. Great support we get all season long. After tonight, 3 more games. They'll all be here on the SHL Network. It'll be the Girls State Championship, the Combined State Championship, and that Red Varsity State Championship. All at the United Center this coming Wednesday, 3/13. Drew Gammy keeps it in at the point. Here's Sohn. Sohn's shot blocked as it deflects to the corner, centering pass, but not to anyone in particular. Taking over is Charlie Jeremy. Rosa fires it towards net. Sanfilippo gets a deflection, but not on net. Ryder Nardella trying to force it out. Gammy keeps it in. That deflects high off the glass. Rosa plays it back below the boards. Gammy wants it back, but not in his shooting range. He flips it towards net. Hits Nardella in the chest. Jeremy trying to get it out again. Gammy continues to try to fire it towards net. That's 3 or 4 straight block shots from the Ignatius Wolfpack. Gammy keeps it in at the point. Swings it across Rosa. Wants it back, instead shoots. Hits a man in front, but doesn't get through. That was John Sanfilippo, but couldn't get it further onto the goaltender. Flipping it forward, Sohn. Now Peifel. Sohn was late clearing the zone, so Peifel had to play it deep. Calm Uneasy has come over the crowd in this tight 1-0 game. Ignatius is edged in front in the shots on goal, 22-17. Around the corner looking for some help. Gammy coming back door. Instead goes back up top Brown. His shot blocked by Holub. Meyer tries to get it out of the corner. Tiernan Ryan goes falling to the ice. Smith keeps it. Here's Brown. Right back Smith. From a sharp angle, fought off by Lachlan, makes a second save. Puck still loose right in front of the crease. Lachlan trying to get it out of harm's way. Tiernan Ryan now far half wall. And finally, Holub able to clear. Meyer up from his defensive spot, absorbs a check. Trying to free up Holub. So that's Drew Gammy. Under 10 to go here in the third period. Our final semifinal here from the Edge Ice Arena in Bensonville. Always such a terrific atmosphere for high school hockey here. Just down the road from O'Hare. Egan Ryan's shot deflects up into the netting. Defensive zone draw coming. Experience the excitement of high school hockey at the United Center on Wednesday, March 13th as the Amateur Hockey Association of Illinois and the Chicago Blackhawks proudly present the 2024 Illinois State High School Hockey Championships in partnership with Richard Group. Catch 3 thrilling championship matchups showcasing the talent of Illinois rising hockey stars. Secure your tickets now at blackhawks.com/H-S championships. We'll be on the call for all 3 of those. Rudy will have play-by-play for the combined varsity game. I'll have the Red Varsity game along with this very crew. Rudy Hodgson, Wes Anderson down on ice level. Max Anderson with your play-by-play call. Now point-blank chance, just missing the stick of DeZillo.
And that's off. Let's see if the ref catches it, but it's definitely off.
Now you see Lachlan fixing it. One of those things certainly like to see is when we can keep play, when it's just a little bit off, if it's not imminent. We like to keep the flow of the game going. Here's a chance. Now, Chinland, a big save. Brown, it's still loose. Chinland was bluffing like he was going to pull it to his backhand. Brown stayed with it the whole way.
That's a great save there by Brown. He stays with him all the way. He's able to pop that glove up, and he stays in position despite really trying to cover the lower half of the net. Wes, this is textbook goaltending, especially when a guy's coming in. He's close by, right by your crease.
And Rudy, it looked like he committed to that stick side originally, but as you mentioned, great patience in the blue crease. Able to make himself look big there and able to make the save there on that last opportunity. You can see even now some of his defensemen going to give him some glove taps, knowing how big of a save that is with less than 9 minutes to go here in the third period.
So draw to come to the left of Brown. We've seen Chinlin finish chances like that all season long. Brown keeps his team in it. Steinloft turns, fires. Chinlin was looking for a deflection but missed it. Meyer pinches up from his defensive spot. Keep it going. Rosa takes it for the Dukes. Rosa trying to draw a penalty, doesn't get the call. Chinlin turns about face. Now sharp angle, was looking for Haynes in front. Never got to him. Passion on the counter. Rosa turns, fires, gets it deep. Far boards is Noah Hughes. Hughes below the goal, centering pass, but dropping his glove on it. Is number 50, Ethan Lachlan, who is 19 of 19 on his attempts on net.
He's 19 of 19, but he hasn't seen a whole lot in the third period, which can be good and can be bad, especially when you've been hot in the first 2 periods. So York right now, just get pucks on net. As cliche as it sounds, right now, you're only down by 1. It only takes 1 shot. We'll see if they can get it done.
Hughes battling, trying to win the draw. Rosa thought about pinching, instead retreats back into the neutral zone. Charlie Reef carries it forward. Ryder Nardella. You see the Dukes keeping forwards high, trying to force a turnover. Gavin Brown trying to do that, but not able to. Now a foot race. Now Jack Ebert trying to catch up to it. Icing as the puck just trickles over the goal line.
Guys, head coach Matt Boying with a rally cap, if you will, turn the hat backwards here just before that last Iggy chance. He thought the ice would tilt it in the Duke's favor. They're looking to generate a little bit more opportunities on the offensive end and get more pucks to the net, as you mentioned earlier, Rudy.
Coach Montgomery wants a little more of an explanation when it comes to the icings. The rules haven't changed since he arrived to the league, but I can see his frustration, you know.
Somewhat of a late whistle there too, so can't necessarily blame him for that one.
Draw to come to the left of Lachlan. 7.5 to go here in the third period. Bossert breaks out with it for the Wolfpack. Tries to throw it off the boards. Gammy, a huge hit. Bossert takes the worst of it. Gammy flexing some muscle. Sanfilippo. Rosa spins it around, but not out. Meyer keeps it in. Flipped in towards Brown, but gloves it. And we'll get a draw, and it's getting chippy. It is getting chippy here in the third period, and I think we're going to get a couple of penalties here. Hate to see that at this point in the game. You got to keep things tight. This is not the time to get retribution or be a tough guy. It is late in a third period of a semifinal hockey game. You got to keep it together.
Emotions running high for both of these teams, and these are two guys that they are certainly going to rely on. I mean, we'll see who goes. Actually, it'll be Gammy who will go to the box for York. So that's the last person you want to see. One of the only players that's creating offense and stymieing the offense on the other end. So, like you said, Max, got to tighten it up, got to be smart. And in that case, both teams will be letting the moment get to them a little bit.
Neutral zone draw after the coincidental minors. New to high school hockey, unlike the NHL, which we'd be playing 4-on-4 in high school hockey. We stay 5-on-5 for the coincidentals. That'll be offsides. It'll be a center ice draw.
Yeah, guys, it's getting a little bit chippy down here. Something that I thought we'd see a little bit more in the first two, but you got a state championship appearance on the line. You know, the tensions are running high, but as you mentioned, Rudy, both teams have to stay disciplined throughout this last 7 minutes of this third.
These two teams getting a preview of what would be roughly the start time and time they'll be playing come Wednesday. Started right around 8:40 tonight. Here's a shot from Meyer. Whizzes over the crossbar. Chinlin absorbs a check. Now Ryan below the goal. Gets it right back, but Meyer didn't have it in an angle he could shoot. Flips it on net, but Brown kicks it to the corner. Gets a deflection from Ryan, and if not for the right pad of Brown, it'd be 2-0 Ignatius. Reef across Egan Ryan. Ryan shot, gets a deflection, but not in the direction he wanted. Backhand shot Meyer, and boy, is Gavin Brown locked in.
Yeah, Brown has been very, very sharp, and you almost feel bad because just one little miscue on that shot from Tiernan Ryan, and we'd still be locked at 0-0, but he's been sharp, Wes, and that's exactly what you need from your guy when you're trying to come back from a 1-goal deficit.
And Rudy, he's flashing that leather strong too, a confident netminder, 98 in black for the York Dukes.
Puck comes back out to neutral ice. Jimmy Doherty with it. Here's Rosa, head of steam. Captain trying to get something started for his Dukes. Puck bouncing all over the ice. Steinloff knocks it down to his stick. Comes forward with speed. Tries to go between the legs. Puck pops to Rosa. He'll flip it off the boards and out. And a last second wave of icing, and Spencer Montgomery's incensed on the Ignatius bench. Puck pops back out to center ice. That's about as red and heated as I've seen Spencer Montgomery in the time I've covered St. Ignatius hockey. Doherty gets it back out to center ice. Late arriving Matt Gleason tries to play it forward. That one shy of center ice. That will be icing, and a bit of a Bronx cheer from the Ignatius side.
Yeah, he was red hot. That tie is still a little out of place. That's how upset he got, but it's, I mean, if you're going to call it on one end, you got to call it on the other end. You can see where the frustration is coming from. He gets it, though, on this one. They got it right.
5:15 to go. Ignatius has the slimmest of margins, and Jack Eberg just got his centerman tossed out of the dot. And in comes Grayson Rizzuti. Draw one cleanly by Buens. Still bouncing around. Outgloved in a dangerous area, but no hand pass as Aaron's in his own defensive zone. Gavin Brown trying to play the puck forward. Noah Hughes in chase, but taken over by Rizzuti. Rizzuti loses the puck as he tried to cross the blue line. Bossert, active stick, and Brown a little bit feeling dangerous with the stick, able to get away with it. Here's Hughes. Hughes centering pass. Timing disrupted as Buens wasn't ready for it. Charlie Reef with some nice stick work. Turns, shoots, well wide of the post. Tiernan Ryan now following up, far circle. Ryan has an extra stick in his side. Gets a backhanded shot, but saved by Brown. That puck flipped in deep. Passion gonna dig it out of the corner. Howell gonna make a duff on him. Now puck popping around the slot. Sharp angle, Meyer comes across. Not able to get it on target. Rosa flips the puck off the boards and out. That one goes the length of the ice and will be icing again.
Well, 3:46. This is probably gut check time here for York. You got to start taking chances because St. Ignatius just clogging up the neutral zone, not letting them get past center ice at all. Can't get anything going.
Yeah, Rudy, to the Ignatius' credit, they haven't sat back at all. Aggressive through the neutral zone, and as soon as they get the puck in the offensive zone. So it's going to be a grind here for the Dukes the last 4 minutes to get that tying goal.
Sanfilippo and Chinland on the draw. Chinland wins it, gets it back to Reef. Reef sends it towards net, but wide of the target. Haynes collects the far half wall. Chinland comes off that half wall into the slot, shoots off the shin boards of Gammy. Reef pinches in, that puck deflects out. but will stay in the York zone.
Yeah, Wes, they're just really controlling every single line. It's almost as if Coach Montgomery has them playing in checkpoints. It's like, all right, if you're going to give them your blue line, then you got to cover center ice. It's just like a big 1-3-1 trap, basically.
It's been a relentless forecheck by this Wolfpack team the last 3-4 minutes. Virtually impossible for the Dukes to break it out of their own zone.
Less than 3.5 to go. Chinlin and Sanfilippo once more. Chinlin wins it again. Trying to track it down is Colin Chinlin. Reef gambles. Passion almost got away with it. And as we mentioned, the Chicago Fire, Charlie Reef with a big kick of the puck back in the zone. Taken down, Rosa looking around for penalties. York, they don't get one.
Oof.
That's the way it's gone. Here's Campasano. Haven't called his name in quite a while. Campasano carries it below the goal, was looking for Passion. Puck just bouncing around and just squeaks out of the zone. Rosa turns, fires, gets it deep. 2:45 to go. It is still 1-0 and a bad penalty against Colin Chinlin with 2:41 left in the third period. That's as bad as it gets and gives York a huge opportunity in the final 2:41.
Yeah, it's almost kind of feels like a makeup call after the one that was probably missed a couple seconds ago. Could have gone either way, but that one clear as day. I mean, you can't take that penalty right there, Max. And it's just not a smart play. Now it's a timeout, and you're giving them time to think about it.
I mean, in the time that I've called high school hockey, given the circumstances, given what's on the line, given the point in the game, that might be the worst penalty I've seen taken since I've started calling high school hockey. Just a complete lack of awareness. I mean, Colin Chinlin, one of the top players in the state, incredibly smart, lost his cool, and now he's got to rely on his teammates for 2 minutes.
Yeah, this is kind of where that rest over rust starts to show. I mean, York, they've been sitting at 19 shots for quite some time, and, you know, Ethan Laughlin hasn't seen pucks in quite a bit, and rest over rust, you know, we'll see. But this is a golden opportunity for York.
So let's talk a little strategy. 2:41 left here in the period. 2-minute power play. I assume you get, what, 30 to 45 seconds to PP1? Chance to try to tie it and then pull the goalie? What are you thinking?
You see, personally, I don't know, Wes, you probably know better than I would. I would recommend starting with power play 2. And if you don't score with power play 2 in the first 30 to 40, then when you pull the goaltender and you get a clearance, then you put power play 1 with a 6-on-4.
Yeah, Rudy, I was in the huddle for the Dukes down here. The coaching staff was telling Brown to just watch them as they come up, and I like that call. Start with power play 2, you gain some momentum, then you pull the goalie, and then all of a sudden power play 1's out there, and you're bringing a ton of pressure on Laughlin and that Wolfpack defense in the middle of the ice.
Well, it looks like they're loading up with Campasano more. No, actually, they might have done exactly what you call. This is, I believe, PP2. And we'll draw one. Tense moments here for a trip to the state championship at the United Center. Can York find a late goal? Can Ignatius hold on? Chicago's team headed to Chicago Stadium. Frank Rosa. Moore, rink wide, Campasano. Moore gets it right back. Eber looked like could have been easily called for interference. Nothing of the sorts. Here's Rosa, has his lane closed. Rosa waiting for an angle, shoots, it's blocked. Eber not able to get it out. Passion lifts the stick, shoots, just fought off by Laughlin. Brown is still in his net and cleared. Minute 15 left on the power play.
It's probably where you start to maybe get a change. I mean, St. Ignatius gets the change that they wanted.
Now the puck loose right in front of the York bench. Chipped along as Hughes gets it right at center ice. Now Steinloft, so pesky on that penalty kill. 55 to go. York desperately trying to find possession, get a fortunate bounce. Campasano skates, shoots, blocked shot by Dunlay. Now a big check from Dunlay on Campasano, empty net. 6 attackers, they score! From the slot, the Dukes tie it up. It's 1-1.
What a shot. What a moment for York. The building comes alive, and with 1:24, it's a brand new hockey game.
And guys, all credit to the coaching staff. I told you earlier I was down in the huddle. That's exactly what they drew up in that timeout. What a goal, what a moment. Tie hockey game here in the third period.
The one-timer from between the circles, Tyler Peifel, the hero of the moment, ties the game.
It was just a beautiful shot, a beautiful setup. I mean, you got to capitalize from there, and they did. Dying moments of the game, net empty, all to play for, and a big play leads to the equalizer.
And guys, talk about the saves and what it's been for Jack Brown all third period. He's made 4 or 5 huge saves to keep this a one-goal game, and his team finally in the last 2 minutes is able to get the equalizer here in the third.
Minute 24 separates us from overtime. Can one of these two teams find a moment in regulation? Camposano got the first assist. Meyer gets back to the point. Reef looking for an angle. Makes Sanfilippo miss. Brown blocker save. Almost didn't know where it was. Ryan side of the cage. Can't get it to go. And chipped back out to center ice. That one rides the blue line of the boards all the way to Drew Gamme. That goes an offsides call.
How about the building? How about the student section? I mean, top to bottom, this place started to rock. We're gonna have to reach out to WGN or NBC to get the Richter scale, but whew, what a moment here in Bensonville.
Center ice draw, won by Steinloff. Carries it across the blue line. Peifel there to check him. Gamme throws a shoulder. Comes in on Brown, still loose. And Haynes takes a bit of a late cross check, but no call.
Oh, that was loose there. A little tense, maybe a little bit more tense than he would have liked. But with 33, he makes the save and gets the squeeze.
Well, Rudy, I don't think you would have had an 11 or 11:30 p.m. reservation, but if you did, I want to make sure you cancel it. 33 seconds separate us from overtime. The massive Duke student section trying to will their team on. The empty net power play goal to get them all tied at 1 point. Blake Steinloff, Brown hugging the post, keeps it out. Chinland, desperately would want to make up for that penalty he took with 2:46 left in the period. Reef cross to Doherty. Doherty's shot, looking for a deflection, and Brown saw it the whole way.
That's a great save there by Brown. There were sticks flying all over the place. That could have got redirected. That could have been moved. That could have been touched, but he stands his ground, makes a great save.
Yeah, Rudy was able to track it all the way. I know the Dukes aren't having the contact that he took afterwards, but Drew Gamme pushed that Wolfpack player into his own goaltender there, and that's why you see the no call after the whistle.
Draw to come to the left of Brown with 10.1 on the clock. Tiernan Ryan wins it. Shot from Steinloff goes well high of the cage. Reef pinches in. Able to play it on for Ignatius. Falls to the stick of Rosa. Waning seconds. Buzzer goes. We head to overtime.
Well, this game was so tight. This game was so back and forth. It's only fitting that these two teams fight for a chance in overtime to go to the state championship, Max.
So let's do a quick reset here. We head to overtime. It is 5-on-5 till you drop. There's no 3-on-3. There's no modification. It is 10-minute periods of overtime. They will switch sides, so it'll be the long change first. Did I get everything? I think I got everything. Stage is set.
I think the most important thing to note is the next goal wins, and the next goal goes to the UC, Max. Woo. Got ourselves a good one.
Wouldn't have it any other way in this historic barn that's so iconic to high school hockey in the state of Illinois. So many incredible moments. I'm immediately brought back to that St. Viator win over New Trier in 2022. Goal scored to our right. That sent St. Viator to the state championship. We're back in OT with Ethan Lachlan to our right. Jack Brown will head to our left. And what's the famous line? Like when Mama said it's time for dinner, next goal wins. 10 minutes up on the clock. Both teams huddle around. Memories for the rest of their lives on the line.
Just something to note, Tiernan Ryan came off the ice. He just got back on. It looks like there was a little bit of an equipment malfunction. That is definitely somebody the Wolfpack want on the ice at some point during overtime, but good to see that he's back on the bench. That could have been something.
Now that is an electric young man, is 27 in white and maroon. Upwards of probably 400 or 500 fans down to our right of the York Faithful section. We are underway in overtime. Here's Chinlin. Chinlin right off the draw, not able to get a shot off. Reef from the point, fires wide. And chips out to neutral ice. Egan Ryan sends it deep. A trip to the state championship and a matchup against New Trier Green awaits whoever gets the next goal. Reef wraps the puck around the boards. Gammy keeps it in at the point. Now Gammy, here's a shot. Oh, it just rolls off his stick. He shoots, still loose in the slot and cleared. Oh boy, Drew Gammy has had so many electric moments this playoffs and throughout the season. Thought we might have had another one being lined up. Just rolls off his stick.
Guys, I'm down here on the Wolfpack bench. A lot of sighs of relief that Drew Gammy was not able to corral that puck in the slot. Able to come away unscathed right there at the Wolfpack here in OT.
Right off the draw, it was Chinlin with a chance for Ignatius and Gammy a chance for York, but we play on. Heidkamp gonna put some pressure on Rosa here, trying to force a turnover, but Rosa cleanly gets it out. Now Meyer, up the wall, Ryan touches it forward. Gammy slows it down and quickly exits off the stick of Rosa. Sanfilippo trying to force a turnover. Now Tiernan Ryan. Ryan tries to split the defense. He gets sandwiched off the puck. Oh, it deflects right back at Brown. Brown was trying to be aggressive. Oh man, nervy moments, just 75 seconds in OT.
Shades of Marc-Andre Fleury in the World Junior Championships in 05, an almost own goal by the York Duke netminder, but able to find that ricochet and get that left pad on it. You can see his defenseman come to his aid and trying to calm him down in a very tense moment there, guys.
Guys, if this is the way overtime's gonna go throughout overtime, I don't know that we're gonna make it. This is the action through 75 seconds. Heidkamp has to step into the draw. He's able to win it. Doherty to Ryan, right back to Doherty. Tries to go back down the boards, but well read by Brown. And he misses his target. And Dunley, a little bit loose with the puck. Sohn putting pressure on him. Trying to spin it up the boards. A couple of Dukes are waiting for it. Now Dunley reverses flow and played out along the far wall. If you're with us on the East Coast, coming up on midnight. Gavin Brown settles it. Tries a stretch pass, goes off the skate of Holub as he exits the ice. Steinloff trying to force a turnover. Falls to Dunley in neutral ice. Gianella back to collect for the Dukes. Haynes trying to put some pressure on. It was a penalty with 2:46 to go in the third period. They got an extra attacker for this Dukes team right as they were pulling the goalie. Here's a shot, backdoor Chinlin. Can't follow on. But as they were pulling the goalie, I'm not sure if he actually had stepped off the ice. We'd have to video review that one, whether it was technically empty net or not, but regardless, from the final 90 seconds, they tied it up That's why we're still playing.
That's a smart icing there. You get the change that you want. I mean, that's kind of another one of those benefits of high school hockey here in Illinois is you can ice the puck and you can get a change. And, you know, that can't be said in a whole lot of other leagues, but smart there from the Dukes to get a change.
Draw to come to the left of Jack Brown. Egan Ryan waiting for it at the point. A scrum ensues, still just sitting on the dot. Finally, prize free. Steinloff's shot deflects wide. Haynes gonna try to dig it out of the corner. Comes to Hughes near half wall. He'll throw it off the glass and out. Passion tried to pluck it forward. Instead, Steinloff carries it in. He chips it towards Brown. Now a centering pass backdoor Heidkamp. Skipped over his stick. Charlie Reif gambles. Keeps it going. Centering pass. Austin Haynes' shot. Not able to get much on it. Steinloff turns and fires, but deflects wide. Off the glass. Egan Ryan keeps alive for a minute. Now a break is for Ignatius as it hits the linesman. Smith, a little trouble getting it deep. Reif in his own zone. Charlie Reif with speed, carries forward, rips a shot, blockered away. He tries to follow it. Rosa behind his goaltender. He chips it up the wall. Will it get far enough for icing? No, says the linesman. On comes Smith. Smith from a sharp angle, drops. Camposano trying to get to the slot. A shot from Maurer and not able to get it through. Here's Schindlin one-on-one. Eberg skating hard to the net. Schindlin shot, blockered away, or excuse me, kick saved away. And late to get to it. Now 2-on-2 comes York. Camposano. Drop pass behind his intended target. Eber and Schindlin. Everybody just moving a little too fast here in overtime. You can see the clock. Everybody's processing clock, trying to speed up and be a hero. Here's Schindlin. Schindlin's shot. Block it away and up into the netting. We'll have an offensive zone draw for Ignatius.
Guys, that last opportunity got a little bit of that crossbar before it went out of play. Both teams exchanging chances back and forth. I don't know if you just tuned in now, you wouldn't be able to tell that this is the fourth period that we're playing right now. Both teams with a lot of pace and a lot of energy here in OT.
Oh, Wes, you are so right. We just got a good look at it. Definitely rang off the crossbar, inches away from this game being over.
Draw to come to the right of Brown. Ryan with a clean win. The shot from Meyer gets deflected but not on goal. Ryan below the goal. Meyer leaves for Doherty, who spins it back below to Tiernan Ryan. Peifel turns it over. Meyer trying to play it forward, but coming and getting support, making sure it gets out is Camposano. Good stick lift from Meyer. He throws it off the boards. Tiernan Ryan, 2-on-2 come the Wolfpack. Holub comes up the slot. Ryan turned off the puck, aggressive from Gavin Brown to get it away from Ryan. Holub skates away without the puck and gets chipped back out into neutral ice. Stretch pass, finds Meyer, he stops, lets some space clear, in on Brown, loose rebound as Passion makes sure it gets to the corner. Now below the goal, Holub. Trying to get it out, but glove down and played on by Reif. Off the boards, almost too many men on the ice for Ignatius. Now some space, comes top of the near circle, Reif looking for a deflection, gets into Brown, and he gloves it. And up to 34 saves on the game.
Smart, composed save there by Brown. He saw it all the way through. No rebounds again. An example of the glove coming down to prevent that rebound. It's a good save there by Brown.
And Rudy on the other side, no shots for the Dukes here in OT. Something they're going to look to change here in the next 4 minutes and 25 seconds.
Steinloft not able to win the draw. Of course, if you're an Iggy fan, you're having some flashbacks to the Kennedy Cup finals. Back-to-back overtime games. They won the first, lost the second. They still have to play a game 3. They've played a lot of hockey recently, trying to punch a ticket to the United Center. Steinloff up to Dunley, who plays the puck deep. Chinlin on the forecheck, forces a turnover. Haynes side of the net. Haynes wins the battle, tries to get it back to the point. Instead, he drops down below. Steinloff towards the slot. Haynes wants a one-timer in the high slot. Comes to Meyer, his shot hits Haynes. Steinloff trying to pick it out of traffic. Has to take it to the corner. Sharp angle, and Jack Brown, absolutely locked in, snatches it.
Hey, those sharp angle tries are sometimes a lot trickier than they look, but he snares it, makes the save, and even puts a little English on it to show that he's locked in.
One to one into overtime. Face off, won by Ryan. Meyer pestered constantly, and puck taken away by Sanfilippo. Egan Ryan on Sanfilippo, he shoots. Big save, Lachlan, backhand shot, Campusano still loose, sprawling, trying to get it in, but able to clear. Had a wide open net, but no Duke could find the puck on their stick.
Coach Montgomery furious. He thought that was a slash. He is absolutely letting the officials hear it. He would have been more mad if they would have capitalized.
Reef gets it back at the point. Across Egan. He shoots. That one just missing the net, but not by much. Reef comes over to keep it alive. It falls onto the stick of Rosa. Chips it forward. Knocked down by Meyer. Ryan up to his brother. Here's Tiernan. Tiernan. Block shot by Rosa. That's fired down the glass, and if you're Campusano, he would have realized he had some space where he didn't need to ice the puck. It's going to be an offensive zone draw for Ignatius, and an icing he did not need to take. Oh, now serious concern on the Duke side as Frank Rose is down. Wes, what'd you see?
Max, yeah, took it right in my mouth. Great shot by Tiernan Ryan. It looks like he was looking at that blocker side for Frank Rosa, doing what he can to help his goaltender out, and gets in front of that. Looks like it caught maybe the right knee, and he was slow to get up after that play.
See Ethan Lachlan sprawling to keep his team alive. 2:26 remaining in this first overtime. Steinloft wins the draw, but Meyer comes back, or excuse me, Dunley comes back. Steinloft gets checked from behind. Campusano wins the puck. Off the glass but not out, kept in by Doherty. His shot knocked down, still loose in the slot. And it'll be carried out by Cianella. Cianella looked like he was shy of center ice, but it was right in on Lachlan, so it'll be an offensive zone draw for the Dukes.
Back and forth, 2:05 left in the first overtime. Lachlan gloves that one down, and maybe for York, this is kind of the break that they needed. Offensive zone draw, maybe they can cook something up. But so far, all Iggy. They've had the best looks.
Hutch Dunley having an issue. He had to come off the ice. Reef takes his place. Having some kind of equipment issue. Wes has got an eye on it. That puck high up into the air, trying to swat it away from Doherty. Doherty settles the puck. Here's Reef. Crosses center ice, sends the puck in deep. Bossert able to win the puck back. Heidkamp, his shot wide of the net. Reef waits for it back at the point, chipped up off the glass. Doherty settles. Oh, now a chance. Here's Sohn. He scores! Sohn sends York to the United Center.
What a moment. What a shot. Top shelf. It's an absolute dime. And just like that, York, after being dominated for such a majority of the game, punched their ticket. They are going back to the United Center after a wonderful game in Bensonville.
Absolute pandemonium at the Edge Ice Arena. Better than 2,000 in the stands, thousands watching at home. And an electric moment in Illinois high school hockey. The absolute heartbreak on the Ignatius side. Matthew Sohn, the OT game winner. You saw the mob around Jack Brown, who finishes with 35 saves on 36 shots. Would be absolutely remiss if we didn't give Ethan Lachlan his flowers as well. What an absolutely incredible game he had. Some huge saves, getting post to post on one, sprawling out, making 2, 3, 4 saves in a row. In the net of it, we've got a rematch of last year's state championship.
How about Jack Brown? 35 saves, a man inspired tonight. Absolutely marvelous performance. A gutsy win for a York team that at times looked like they were outmatched, like they were outplayed, but like we said in the open, they played the long game. They waited for their moment. They wore down the Wolfpack, and they willed themselves back to the UC, where they will see a familiar face, and it's unfinished business for the Dukes.
Matt Boeing, in his third season as head coach, brings his York Dukes to a second straight state championship appearance. It'll be Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. or thereabouts from the United Center. Rudy will be right next to me. Wes will be between the glass, Pierre style. I'll have your play-by-play call. And you know the Dukes have unfinished business. I can't stress enough, folks. This team was down and out. They were an bottom seed in the SHL playoffs, got swept in the first round of the playoffs, lost their last 5 regular season games, but have won 4 in a row when it matters the most. Just an incredible run from these Dukes.
I mean, who doesn't love a Cinderella story? Who doesn't love something like this? I mean, this is just what playoff hockey is all about. A team coming together at the right time, a fan base that wanted it, and the cherry on top, a beauty in overtime. But don't tell that to these Dukes. They don't feel like they're the underdog. They don't feel like they belong here. And as a result, they're back to the final.
We're gonna send it down to the hero of the night. Wes, take it away.
You were able to get a great bounce off of that opening chance there in overtime. Take us through what you saw in that last opportunity.
I mean, this whole game was just a hard-fought battle. We're a family. At the start of the season, we didn't come out so hot, and it's just all about hockey in March. I mean, the play. I mean, I just worked hard, poked the puck out, and saw top right.
You talk about that family aspect. Take us through the emotions on the bench. You guys are down 1 goal, less than 2 minutes to go. You're able to get the equalizer late in the third there, and you are able to get the game-winning goal, punch the ticket for your team to go to the UC.
No, it was great. At intermission, we're like, just stay calm, keep your composure. Like, we've done this before. Like, we've been down multiple goals before, and you just got to keep on fighting, and it's what it is.
All right, go enjoy it with your team.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Matthew Sohn the game winner. Wes, we'll send it right back down to you where you've got your favorite person on the ice. An absolutely incredible performance. I don't know if you realize this, 35 saves on 36 shots. Marvelous performance.
Thanks, Max Jack. You look exhausted. 35 saves on 36 shots. Where do you find the confidence to turn in such a big game in the state finals?
I trust my teammates around the net. I just stick to what I do in practice. I trust just, I trust, I don't know really. I'm so tired.
As you should be. One last question for you. You have a rematch with New Church Green on Wednesday night. What are you expecting out of this game? What are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to play them again. I didn't play. I was on the team last year, but I didn't play. And I saw my senior teammates get lost to them, and I'm looking forward to play them.
All right, go enjoy it with your teammates. Guys, back up to you.
An absolutely incredible, genuine moment there from Jack Brown. The emotions, the fatigue, that is as raw as it gets. And we're going to do one more here as Wes Anderson has the rally capped Matt Boeing rink wide.
I saw you turn, Max just alluded to, we saw you turn the hat backwards as that third period started, rally cap of sorts. You guys were on a bit of a losing streak coming into the state playoffs. You've been able to rattle 4 straight wins. And you have a rematch with New Church Green. What has this journey been like for this team this year?
It's been ups and downs. You know, we've had 15 seniors graduated last year. Didn't know what we had coming in. And these kids just totally bought in at the right time. And now we're starting to find the back of the net. So couldn't be more proud of this group of guys. They battled through a lot of adversity, not knowing where they were in the lineup to start the year. And now nobody cares where they're at in the lineup. All they want to do is win. And you're certainly seeing that now with all the shot blocks that we're having and the bench energy.
You talk about the buy-in from your team. We talked earlier to your players about the family aspect. What would it mean for this York Dukes team to bring home a state championship on Wednesday?
I mean, if you look around here and at the United Center last year, the entire city of Elmhurst is behind us. And that's just the kind of culture that we've grown here over the last 10 years. So it would mean everything to not just every player on that bench that deserves it and earned it, but the entire Elmhurst community stands behind York hockey, and I couldn't be more proud of the pesky Dukes, as people have called us on the SHL broadcast.
All right, Coach, we can't wait to see you on Wednesday.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you guys.
All right, guys, back up to you.
Wes, fantastic job down on ice level all game long. Matt Boeing, just so genuine. It's all about the community. It's about his players. It's all they, never me, class act, and one of the best coaches in the state of Illinois.
Absolutely, and you know, for him to be back, to have this moment, I mean, a cherry on top, but the job is not done yet. It was just a marvelous night all around. You got to be happy for York, and like you said, Max, one step closer, UC on Wednesday.
We'll be right back there. J&M Media is very proud to bring you the state championship games. Give you the read one more time. Experience the excitement of high school hockey at the United Center on Wednesday, March 13th. As the Amateur Hockey Association of Illinois and the Chicago Blackhawks proudly present the 2024 Illinois State High School Hockey Championships in partnership with Richard Group. Catch 3 thrilling championship matchups showcasing the talent of Illinois rising hockey stars. Secure your tickets now. I'm talking to you, York fans, at blackhawks.com/H-S championships. Rudy, final thoughts?
Well, we got ourselves quite a night next Wednesday at the UC. It'll be one of those nights that a lot of people are going to remember. 3 dandies. Can't wait to be there.
Absolutely electric atmosphere tonight. Can't wait to see what's in store Wednesday night. That will do it for us here from the Edge Ice Arena in Bensonville. Want to thank our great crews, we always do. Joel Schneider on the corner cam, Matt Freeman on the main cam, Matt Budin on the other corner cam. We had Gerard Boris, technical assistant, getting it done with the great scoreboard and all the clockwork. Jimmy the Wiz Olsen, folks, the broadcast wizard, the graphics wizard, getting it done like he always does. Wes Anderson down on ice level, Rudy Hodson to my right. I'm Max Anderson. Thank you so much for tuning in with us. We'll see you Wednesday night at the United Center.